Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly. In the Weekdays at Bernie segment tonight, new poll taken by Pew. It asks millennial Americans ages 18 to 33 how they get their news. 61% say Facebook, 33% Google News, 27% Yahoo News. Now, I don't know what any of that means. Joining us now from Miami to explain, Purveyor, BernardGoldberg.com, Mr. Goldberg. So I thought Facebook was just this thing where you just talk to your friends and stuff. Well, how do you get news on it?
Yeah, that's one of the things it is. I should say right off the top that I'm one of 12 people in all of North America who is not on Facebook. Okay,
I'm 11.
But I'm a journalist, and I can answer your question. You can get news several ways. One, you see an article on the internet that you like. You put it on your page, and all your friends, that's what they're called, all your friends, then have a choice of reading the article or not. That's one way. Another way is you can like, again, that's another technical term, you can like one of a million news organizations, Fox News, the New York Times, CBS, whatever, and their social media editor will send out a news feed. That winds up on your page, and then it winds up on all your friends' page. Think of it, Bill, as a modern-day newsstand. You can get reliable, solid news. You can get unreliable, vile news also. But for millennials, Facebook is the way many of them get their news, in the same way that TV was the way I got my news when I was growing up, and the writing on the walls of caves was the way you got your news when you were growing up.
But it was accurate because you were executed if the writings were not accurate. Now, but this worries me a little bit. I'll tell you why. It's important for a republic like America to have educated voters, voters who really know the difference between the candidates, who know the issues so they can formulate educated opinions, which is why we present the O'Reilly Factor every night. So it's important that they know that. If you're going to rely on Facebook and Google and the other one, you're relying on other people's opinion of what is, and they're not trained people. They're not people who know the world in general. So, I mean, I just think that that's why we send out Waters, and no matter where we send them, no matter what it is, we get the same thing back. 18 to 33, clueless, generally speaking.
Yeah, but the ones who are getting their news from Facebook are not the clowns that Jesse happens to find every week. Look, young people aren't going to be sitting around the kitchen table with a hard copy of the New York Times.
Why not? Why not? Why not, Bernie? Why can't they read a newspaper?
Well, they can.
Yeah, why
There's
wouldn't
no law
they?
Against it, because that train has left the station.
Well, why did the train leave? Why can't the
digital.
train come back? I don't understand why a younger person, because when I was 18, I was reading a newspaper.
There was no internet. There was no internet. It's a different delivery system.
Now I read the newspaper.
But you're making it sound, and by the way, I'm sort of with you in that.
I think it's an abdication of responsibility to rely on the internet for your information. I really do. No, I mean, there are people who are trained in this regard.
But that's because you think that much of what's on the internet is trash. It may be, but there's also Fox News on the internet. There's also the New York Times on the internet.
But Fox News exists. I know we compliment our news service on the internet. It's a compliment, though. It's not the entirety of it. You know, here's what I believe. I believe that, and you said it a number of times, the United States of entertainment has bled now over into the information business in an extent that younger Americans don't have any blanking clue what's going on in this world. I'll give it the last word.
Well, don't let what Jesse does influence too much of your thinking, okay? One of the recurring themes that I've tried to put forth on this program is that there are times when we're on the right side of history and times when we're on the wrong side of history. When it comes to social media, I think you are on the wrong side of history, and you know what? That's pretty much fine with both of us. but the internet is the train that has left the station.
All right.
It is not coming back.
But you know what happened to Amtrak last week? Okay, so there you go. Bernie Goldberg, everybody. Ben Carson on deck.